Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this morning's update on Tropical Storm Erin. So, Tropical Storm Erin is looking kind of scraggly in the main development region this morning, and taking a look at the latest update, 4 a.m., Erin has 45-mile-per-hour winds, westerly movement, and a minimum central pressure of 1,004 millibars. Taking a look at our cone, as we go into this afternoon, we're looking at a slight strengthening to a 50-mile-per-hour tropical storm, 65-mile-per-hour gust wind to the west. Going into tonight, 60-mile-per-hour winds, 70-mile-per-hour gusts. Going into 1 p.m. tomorrow, 65-mile-per-hour winds, 75-mile-per-hour gusts. Going into 1 a.m. on Thursday, 75-mile-per-hour winds, 90-mile-per-hour gusts moving to the west. Going into 1 p.m. Thursday, 85-mile-per-hour winds, 105-mile-per-hour gusts, west-northwesterly movement. 1 a.m. on Friday, 100-mile-per-hour winds, 120-mile-per-hour gusts moving to the west-northwest. 1 a.m. on Saturday, 110-mile-per-hour winds, 130-mile-per-hour gusts. And 1 a.m. on Sunday, a major hurricane is now expected with 115-mile-per-hour winds and 140-mile-per-hour gusts. But I think that in the near term, this cone is going to be too strong as tropical storm as the tropical storm Erin is battling a lot of dry air, ahead of the system with the orange and the yellows, and this is going to keep the system a lot weaker than is forecasted, in my opinion. So taking a look at the models, this is going to back that up. The GFS model, the 6Z run, keeps this a weak system, a tropical storm through Friday, and that doesn't intensify it to a hurricane until Saturday, east of the Leeward Islands, down to a 989 millibar Cat 1 hurricane as we go into Saturday, August the 16th. And then as we go into Sunday, still just a relatively weak, actually a Category 2 hurricane as we go into Sunday, August 17th. But then this thing rapidly intensifies as we go into Monday, August the 18th, passing just north of the Leeward Islands now, moves towards potentially a direct hit on Bermuda as we go into Wednesday, August the 20th, as a Category 4 hurricane, and then eventually curves out to sea, thankfully, before impacting the US or Atlantic Canada. Now, taking a look at the European model solution, the European model keeps it practically a borderline tropical depression through Friday, moving it very close now to the Northern Lesser Antilles and Puerto Rico as we go into Saturday, August the 16th, as just a strong tropical storm, but then rapidly intensifies it to a Category 2 hurricane by Monday, August the 18th, just north of Puerto Rico, the Leeward Islands, and east of the Turks and Caicos Islands. And looking at our Canadian model solution, Canadian model also keeps it very, very weak through the Lesser Antilles before quickly strengthening just north of Puerto Rico and the Turks and Caicos Islands into a major hurricane as we go into about Tuesday before turning to the north. So this is actually a bad trend. We do not want this system being a weaker. A weaker system is going to drift more to the west. So if the system stays a lot weaker for a lot longer, that increases the chances for impacts across the Northern Lesser Antilles, perhaps Puerto Rico, Turks and Caicos, maybe even the Bahamas, especially Bermuda, and potentially down the line, we could even be seeing an impact across areas of the East Coast and Atlantic Canada if this system takes too long to strengthen and then begin to turn to the north. So I'm going to continue to monitor Tropical Storm Erin for the next several days. Thanks for watching. Please stay safe and have a wonderful day, my friends.